Happy Saturday morning, folks. We're back. The morning show, the weekend edition. Ta-dum. Austin, how are you doing today? And let's start it off. I mean, I don't waste too much time, but guys, make sure to like, subscribe, share the stream, share the show so everyone can watch along with you. Your friends, your family, your enemies, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your mother, your dog, whoever. Let's get them in here and let's talk some crazy news. Not some crazy news, but it was something that me and you had kind of thought was going to happen. But our boy in red, white, and blue is getting his solo movie with and what I like is it's going to take place in the same series. It's going to take place as a fourth Captain America movie. The first time we've ever seen that happen. Where a new character takes the mantle and the series continues, which I'm really psyched about. I don't know about you.
I'm so excited.
Right.
I'm so excited.
So real quick, just kind of get into it. Like, what do you think Serpent Society could be a good maybe movie for them to do? Because I was thinking Serpent Society.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Because I mean, we all know that they were going to try it. Originally for the third Captain America movie. And it didn't work out the way they wanted. Guys, let us know in the comments, by the way, if you're excited about Sam Wilson taking over as Captain America. I know the episode in on Falcon and Winter Soldier got like a 58. What?
Well, from critics, it got a 58.
Yeah, no, but why? I enjoyed it.
Every fan that I have talked to loved that episode. Like I don't think I've heard. Maybe there are like 5 people I've heard that did not like it. But
I kind of understand maybe a little bit. The episode like kind of rushed to finish itself. You know, not rushed, but it finished, and there was still like 20 minutes left. You know, the conflict kind of resolved itself in less time than you would have thought. And I think we all have to remember that this is a TV show, technically, right? So it's not laid out the same way as a movie. You know, it's not the last 7 minutes are like them wrapping up the storyline, like with a speech or whatever. So, I mean, I'd be curious as to what, you know, our fans thought of that episode. I enjoyed it a lot. I know you enjoyed it a lot. Maybe it was because of lack of sleep. I don't know. But
if you go back and watch that reaction video, I was freaking out. Like when he comes in with the suit, I was like, God.
When he does this little move, ready? This one where he kicks the shield. I was like, whoa! Like that was a badass moment. He boots the shield through the window of the helicopter and takes that. What up, nerdy in many ways? When he does that little move, I was like, I'm ready for a Captain America who's exciting, you know, like someone who's exciting on screen. And because Steve Rogers was exciting, right? He was exciting in a different way though, where when he used the shield, it was very fluid. I feel like Sam though, you know, when he's flying through the air, he's also using the shield. So he's combining like the Falcon aspects of it with the Captain America aspects. I think it's way more exciting. It's more fun to watch visually because he's flying through the air, kicking the shield through windows, dive bombing through a helicopter and grabbing someone out of it. Like those are cool moments in movies. And those are the ones I look forward to. Those are the scenes that you're like, holy shit, that was awesome.
Yeah, and I did find that whole opening action, you know, sequence montage very reminiscent of like Winter Soldier and Civil War, and just the intensity of the fight scenes, and the like. It's not just their fight. You're on the edge of your seat, you know, when he, you know, gets hit by the helicopter and goes into the water and then bursts. You know, there's so many moments that I think recalled like some of the best parts of the Captain America franchise.
Yeah, and I love the music, how it felt very similar to the Captain America franchise. I really liked how it kind of paid homage to it in a way where once he put on the suit, you could feel the Captain America music come back, and you could feel that feeling that you had maybe during the first 3 Captain America movies where someone's in charge again, you know, someone's Captain America. and someone's, there to do what's right. And I love that little speech he gave, because Steve was great at giving speeches. We all know that, but the way Falcon delivered his was like, I was honestly, I was beside myself, man.
I agree. And, we've talked about this a lot too. The show does such an excellent job of touching on, the hot topics of today without like being preachy and it gives what it was so nice about this too, is it gave both perspectives. You have Falcon, who at the end of the day decides, no, I'm going to be Captain America, and then you have Isaiah, who's kind of telling him, no, you're seeing both perspectives and both sides. And Marvel I think they nailed it with that too.
Yeah, and I like how the tribute to Isaiah afterwards, to show him that someone actually does care, because that's what was Isaiah's problem, was that, the disrespect towards the Black community, the disrespect towards him, especially for what he did for the country, but wasn't recognized for it. And then when he tells Falcon not to do it, not to become it, not to do the Captain America thing, because you don't know what that shield stands for. You
even go as far as to say no respectable black man would pick up the shield.
But then Falcon does. But Falcon also proves to Isaiah what a black man in the suit can do. And I loved it. I loved the internal struggle, the external struggle. The show really dived deep into some serious topics. Yeah, maybe the villains or whatever weren't as like maybe compelling as I thought they would have been. But I still had a good time watching each of the episodes. I still had a good time talking about each of the 6 episodes. And I think that the show was much better than WandaVision. And that's just from my point of view. That's just my point of view.
I agree. I think it was much more entertaining. It was much more engaging. I agree with you. This was a massive step up from WandaVision.
Right.
And I think like you said, it'd be cool to see if this, especially with the introduction of like, Valentina and all these other people, to see them do Serpent Society. It kind of adds up. I did catch something interesting in the episode. I rewatched it last night, and there's a moment when Sam first comes in, right, bursts through the glass. The guy goes, "Who are you?" And he goes, "I'm Captain America." And the guy looks at him and goes, "I thought Captain America was on a base on Mars." Funny, but
I know.
But could it be Skrull Captain America on Mars?
Ooh, yeah. If the whole Skrull thing, kind of like I don't know if it's I get it, right? The Skrull, the little nods to it. We all know where what's his name is?
Nick Fury.
Nick Fury. I don't know why I forgot his name, but we all know where he is. So like those little comments, like you have to think like, okay, what are they actually referring to here? Right?
Exactly.
Like there's something more, right?
Like that was funny. It was a funny thing, but you're like, whoa, wait a second.
Right. To Gavin's point here, so we're getting Thor 4, we're getting Cap 4. Do you think we'll get an Iron Man 4? And the fact is, I do. When they introduce Ironheart, depending on her character's success in the universe, I do think that, especially now that people are actually excited for a Captain America 4, right? With a new person at the helm of it. I think that, dependent on this girl's gravitas, I think that people will be like, all right, let's get her moved up. Let's bring her from AAA to the major leagues, right? Let's give her an Iron Man mantle movie. And
or even I wouldn't be surprised if we get the announcement after something like Armor Wars, because I think Armor Wars is coming before, and that would be perfect for like somebody like Rhodey to be that mentor, for Ironheart and lead into that,
Yeah, because what I think is happening is, and we see the common trend here, right? So we have a lot of younger Avengers coming to the fold, and the older ones, guys like Rhodey, guys like Clint, Banner is going to be, I would assume, have some sort of play in She-Hulk, kind of like maybe like showing her mentorship in some fraction of the word. So what I think is happening is the old guard is changing, right? The old guard is giving the power or the mantles to the new guard, and we're going to see a change in heroship, and then we'll get the new Avengers, or maybe they'll title them, instead of calling them the new Avengers, maybe they'll call them the Young Avengers when they finally all meet up together to kind of give it that like title, the Young Avengers, right? Everyone knows who the Young Avengers are, so or at least comic book fans do. But and it'll be exciting to see. It'll be exciting to see because we'll also have people like Spider-Man, people like Doctor Strange, all those guys as like the Avengers. So, I think the future is really bright for Marvel, but too many changes and like too much going on will, I think, somewhat confuse audiences. I think you need to do it in a way kind of like this was done, where it takes a while for it to happen, but you're kind of excited for it. And then once you do see Sam as Captain America, you're ready for it, right? It can't just be like, here's the suit, here's the shield, put it on, now you're Captain America. I think people won't like that kind of stuff. They'll be like, no. He hasn't earned it, or stuff like that. I do think there has to be a compelling reason for the old hero to give the arrow and cross the bow to, Kate Bishop, for She-Hulk to take over as the main Hulk in the universe, or, so on and so forth. Like, people aren't just going to be like, all right, yeah, okay, let's get, all right, we're done with you, the Hulk. We're done with you, Clint. We're done with you. Like, let's get all these new people in here. I think there has to be compelling reasons as to why.
Absolutely.
And I mean, for Clint, we kind of know it's like he wants to spend time with his family. That's all he's ever wanted.
Right.
So
and I think it's cool. They can obviously, I mean, unless they decide to start killing off the older Avengers, you still have them around. You still have, ones you're familiar with, the main Thor. That's another one too. I kind of wonder where Natalie Portman's Thor is going to fall into all of that.
Well, I think she's going to get sick. I think she's going to get sick like she does in the books.
But she's going to become Thor.
Yeah. But Thor doesn't lose his, does he? I don't remember if he lost his abilities.
He I don't think he loses, but he becomes something else.
Yeah,
it's like his upgrade from Minotaur to Stormbreaker.
Because and so I think she's gonna get sick, and even though they've been not together for a long time, I think that he's going to he obviously has feelings for the woman, right?
Right.
So when he finds that out, or when she comes back into the fold somehow, she's going to tell him like, listen, I have cancer, yada, yada. And then he's going to go on this like journey of like how to fix it. And then realize that the only way to fix it is to give her the power of Thor. And then, then whatever, I don't know if that's going to be like the very end or if that's going to happen in the beginning, but I think that is the way they're going to go. It makes sense.
I think it's going to happen some way too, because they got pictures of Natalie Portman walking around, and she's pretty ripped.
Really?
Really? Dude, she's got muscles,
like actual literal muscles.
Let me look up the picture and I'll send you the link.
So while you look that up, so Gavin says, "What about the kid from Iron Man 3? They apparently signed him for a deal, and that's true, and they do make him Iron Lad." The only way so I would love to see that kid come back as Iron Lad, and then have Ironheart and Iron Lad kind of be, training or taking up interest as in being the Iron Man. Maybe a little competition between the two, like subtle competition, but like very healthy in a healthy way. And then Rhodes kind of taking them both under his wing. I think that'd be really and I think Rhodey has always been that type for us, where he's like the voice of reason when it came to Tony Stark at some points, because Tony's very reckless. And, before he becomes like the more mature Tony that we meet later on, Rhodey's really the one that keeps him grounded. So it'd be nice to see Rhodey be the one to, kind of parent these two people, these two new Avengers, into their own, into their their maturity as heroes, or maybe even recruiting the kid, the Iron Lad kid, right? Maybe him going back to him and being, or finding something out that triggers Rhodey to go have to find him. And then he finds out that this kid has built his own suit or something like that. Or continued and had an invested interest in Tony and got into engineering himself. And then, I don't know how it would happen, but I would love to see that kid back. I'm not really crazy about Ironheart. I really am not. I'll be honest with you. I didn't like the book.
Yeah.
I didn't, and that's just me personally. I didn't care for it. So I would rather.
I don't think I read any.
Yeah,
I haven't read any.
It's like politically correct stuff again, with and she's not a bad person. Like, she's not a bad character, but she could have been an original character, right?
Sure,
she didn't have to be Ironheart. She could have been something else, and we would have been fine with that. But it's like the politically correct thing. You got to make her like she has to take over the role for this big hero, and she has to be a black woman.
And see, that's the thing. I would have liked to see the kid from Iron Man 3. I mean, he was in the funeral scene from Avengers Endgame, so
which I thought was really weird. Not that weird, but I thought it was. It's not like he looked exactly the same. Like I didn't even know that was him until I got home and started looking at other things.
Exactly.
And I was like, oh wait, I think that was that kid. And but they never say it to you. So I don't think they wanted anyone to like catch it off right away. And they wanted people to have to like look into it and then find out who it was. Which, I mean, whatever. Wow, she does look ripped. Wow. Wow.
Yep.
Why are her arms like that? Are you sure those are real?
From what I hear,
why are her arms?
She's so been training like a madman.
Yeah, no, but doesn't it look like they like superimposed men arms on her?
Right.
Like the way she's like standing so stiffly.
Right.
Tell me that looks normal at all.
It does look a little weird.
But that could be real. That could be real. I don't know. I'm not.
Maybe in the background, she's hearing a domo robot, Miss.
Yeah. She's doing the robot. But like, I don't know. But if that is true, if that is what she actually looks like right now, good for her. She's ripped. That just looks a little weird to me.
That is dedication to the part.
Yeah. So in the comics, Iron Lad works in the Fantastic Four building, and he actually makes his suit with Reed Richards. Yeah. See, like if they. And we know they're introducing the Fantastic Four, so if they want to like pull that story right from there, I am on board with it. Right, I am so on board with it.
That would be so cool.
This is, and I'm really excited for the future of Marvel. I really am. This is one of my favorite little pictures right here. Ready? Whoa! Look at that.
Wow.
I love the comparison shot right there. Like that's a really good. Like that's a good thumbnail image.
Oh yeah.
I think like that's a good thumbnail image, man.
Oh, absolutely. Do you think John Walker or U.S. Agent, I guess, will show up in Captain America 4?
Here's the thing. What I kind of like that they did in Falcon and Winter Soldier was that I really don't think John Walker knows he's a psycho. He really doesn't know. Dude, he's pathological.
That is very true.
At the end, he's like, I'm back. Yeah. Right. He thinks that Julie Louis-Dreyfus
was about to kill everybody.
Yeah. He thinks that Dreyfus is making him a hero. Like, dude, he's so out of it. He has no idea what real life is. He doesn't know that he is a psychopath. And I like that in the last episode, he was kind of like an anti-hero.
Right.
Like, he was a good guy. Like, when he patted Bucky on the back, I was like,
yeah,
dude, what is going on? They set him up to be this psycho bad guy. And now he's like helping.
Buddy. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, with the black suit and everything, obviously, Julie Dreyfus says it is, we need a U.S. agent. Clearly, he doesn't know that he's about to be hired as, he's an for-hire mercenary now.
Yep.
Straight up, he's a mercenary now. And remember how they used to send Cap in, but he would question it?
Oh, yeah. He's
U.S.
all in.
agent's gonna go in, but not question it. You know,
Exactly.
so like there's a difference, right? Cap would do the things that he needed to do, but he would also question it along the way. The U.S. agent, he won't question it for the country, you know, like
Right.
that's the guy he is, and he won't question it. Those are the
Yeah.
orders, sir. You know, like he's just not the type to question authority. And if anything, he is afraid of, you know, his superiors. And I think he's going to be really grateful to Dreyfus for giving him an opportunity to get back in the suit. Now that he got a taste of it, because once you get a taste of it, you know, it's typically hard to put it down. Like we saw with Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man. He was always talking about retiring, right? Or not doing it anymore with Pepper. Yet he couldn't.
He could not.
Cap. For some reason, wherever there's a war, there's a Cap, right? He just needed it. And I think I liked what Red Skull said to him. Oh, no, it wasn't Red Skull. Who said it to him? It was like, you need a war. Was it Thanos? No.
I think it was Red Skull.
But that wouldn't make sense. It was only one war that he'd been in. I don't know. Maybe it was Red Skull. But he was like, he said something like, you need war. Like, you need it. Like, you don't know you need it, but you need it. Like, you know, that's who you are. That's you're Captain America. And when they said that, it really dawned on me that Captain America may be addicted to the fight. Maybe not addicted, but he might not be able to live without. That's what it was. I don't think you could live without a war. That's what it was. And it's true. I don't think Cap could. Like, and that's the question we always asked was, could Cap live a happy life? I don't think so. Not without being Captain America in some form or fashion.
Speaking of Captain America.
Oh, was it Crossbones?
Possibly.
Now I'm see, this is why we need a producer. Jack.
So I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't crazy about the first Captain America. The second two masterpieces.
I liked the first Captain America for what it was. I knew it wasn't like by any means the best movie ever, but I really enjoyed it for what it was. You know, I thought instead of doing like the war montage that they did, I thought, you know, it would have been cool to explore those moments. You know, but I mean, for the most part, it was kind of corny, but it was the best Captain America movie I had ever seen at that point. So,
absolutely.
You know, absolutely. So I was happy. So here's the other tidbit of this. So you had said this, but I haven't been able to find it yet. Steve Rogers returning?
Right. Yep.
So
that's what I'm hearing, because that's what people assumed apparently that
can't be going assuming.
Right. Well, people assumed that it was going to be for Captain America 4. And then they made some announcement that it's going to be a separate project. It's not for Captain America.
I'm telling you, they're doing the Disney Plus series of him putting the stones back. You heard it here first. I've been saying it for months now, that a series with Captain America putting the stones back and kind of like giving us that knowledge of what happened is going to be the best thing that you could do. Not only do you not affect the future, but you give us a cool story. Because you're telling me he just sat around for 80 years? No.
Right.
No. And I want to know what happened. And I think that'd be a cool little Disney Plus like mini series, like one and done, yada yada. And then maybe 3 or 4 years from now, we pull Cap from time and get him when we need him. And like maybe Secret Wars, or next big Avengers crossover event. Oh my God, we need Captain America. Sam's right here. No, the Captain America. And then we go get him, right? Because now we know that's possible.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. So Gavin says, do you think Hydra will come back in Captain America 4 with Red Skull making a return after being freed by the Soul Stone? Yes. So the thing is I don't think that we got a good enough Red Skull. So maybe if we're not doing Serpent Society, maybe an actual like you know, Captain America. But it's weird. Will he have a vendetta against Sam for being Captain America? Do you think that? Just about is it just the mantle that he doesn't like, or is it the person? Like, because you could make an argument that it was for Steve, not
No, right.
not Falcon.
I mean, I think if anything, I think Red Skull's done in this universe. Even if it's going to be anybody, I think we would see the return of a stronger, more comic book accurate Zemo.
See, that would be, but no, I wouldn't want that.
Really?
I would no, not after their interactions in the show, because they were it was too cool. I liked it too much, where I don't want them to be against each other ever again.
But see, that's what would make it
interesting.
That's what would make it interesting. Now they have this like kind of back and forth,
like
where
rapport,
they've worked together before, technically. Now he's back to
Baron Zemo.
Right. His old ways.
Yeah. So what do you guys think? Would that be cool? Would you guys be okay with that? Like seeing Daniel Brühl return as Zemo, but them being like, so it'd be Zemo as top dog villain, and then Falcon as top dog Captain America, and then them having, an actual conflict, because the conflict would need to be like end of the world kind of conflict, or not end of the world, but like the circumstances would have to be really serious. And because if not, it's not compelling. We just know that they're going to be they're like, I don't know. It needs to be something like Winter Soldier, where it's like, really like compelling, has you gripped at the edge of your seat. Because we've seen them in like a lighthearted way together. Well, not lighthearted. I don't think they were ever friends, but like their interactions together were like, they were fun.
Right.
Exactly. And to see them now pitted against each other again, I don't know if that's like too watered down, or is it? I
think it'd be cool, because like I said, I think Zemo now knows Sam better than way all the other movies now and all that. He can get in Sam's head, I think, a little bit more. He knows how Sam thinks a little bit. So I think that would be really interesting. Whereas, Captain America, Steve Rogers, and Zemo, they never had those types of interactions or, connectivity or anything like that. Zemo was just, I don't like Cap, and I don't like, super soldiers. I want to get them. This one, like, he can really get in Sam's head, because it was like, hey, I worked with you, that, how does it feel being the guy, with carrying the
mantle.
Carrying the shield. Tattered mantle, if you will.
The shield with a history.
Right.
So I mean, I'm definitely pretty excited for what the future has to hold for Marvel. I think that things are finally like we're kind of getting a glimpse into what the future might look like. And I think that's what the coolest part is, because like, think about this, for almost 2 years, we didn't have any movies, like any Marvel movie. So like Phase 4 was such a mystery to us. Like, what is happening? What is going on? Like, God, just give us Black Widow on demand so we can see something.
It's something, yeah.
And then I still think they made a mistake with that. I still think they should have put that out on Disney Plus.
Oh yeah.
When that lull of content was happening, they would have smashed it.
They would have dominated.
They would have dominated at the streaming box office, because people were starving for content. If any moment would have done Black Widow service, right? Think about Black Widow. Like, I don't know if a lot of people are going to show up at the box office for that movie. I don't.
That's
but
true.
If you put that on Disney Plus, when that lull of content happened, every single person in the country watches that movie. I promise you. I think they made an epic mistake by being too greedy.
I agree. And at the same time, too, I do have to think of it this way. From WandaVision, you kind of see they're changing their style, they're changing the ways that they're doing things. So I kind of think too, like if they would have continued we would have continued getting as much content as we usually do, I don't think WandaVision has been well received. I think that then it would have been really bad.
Wow.
Because look, there was that year build up, that even though those first 3 episodes were all the sitcom stuff, all the Marvel fans were still like, man, it's been a year. I'll take it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
if
for
we
sure.
would have gone the normal content schedule, and
That
they
show would have
make that
crashed and
switch to
burned.
it would have crashed and burned.
And listen, I said it from the beginning that WandaVision was not the show to start with. In my life or in my career, in studying film and studying television and media, you don't want to do like if you're introducing a streaming service, are you going to start off with an experimental show or an experimental project? No. Start off with something we're used to, i.e., Falcon and Winter Soldier or Loki. I believe that Loki was supposed to be the first one. Loki, then Falcon and Winter Soldier, or Falcon and Winter Soldier, then Loki, and WandaVision was supposed to be third. That's what I think it was.
Well, yeah, that was supposed to be closest to. I mean, it was supposed to be WandaVision, Doctor Strange 2.
Yeah, and
like a month after.
Right, and that would have made more sense because you would have given us something that we're used to, i.e., a show like Falcon and Winter Soldier or Loki, which characters we know and love already, and like we're like their stories are going to be more similar to the content we usually get, right? Like Falcon and Winter Soldier was very much kind of like Winter Soldier, where it was like a political thriller and it was rolling.
Right.
Loki is going to be like a space opera, time opera, and with Loki we know what we're getting. We're used to it. With WandaVision, that was totally a new thing. And I don't think I don't think it's wise from a business perspective to start off with something that you don't know is going to work. Right? I
agree.
By all means, WandaVision is the furthest thing from the Marvel formula, right?
It is.
And it's very different. It was not wise of them to start with it.
Right.
And if in any other situation, it would have crashed.
And I think too, there was so much confusion in the beginning as to like, how is she changing reality? Is she changing all of reality? Is she changing a section? And I think, like you said, if Loki would have come out before that, that would have been a much easier transition. Just because we would know probably some things about time and reality, from that show, that would make, give a lot more context to when WandaVision starts. Like, oh, she's probably started this bubble or whatever, I think you're right that Loki would have made WandaVision probably a lot better too.
Yeah.
After the fact.
Yeah. Or maybe I think you said this, or someone else said it. If you had them running concurrently, someone said it to me. I can't remember who. So imagine this. Imagine they opened Disney Plus up with the Marvel stuff, not opened up like when it first came out, but I'm saying the Marvel stuff on Disney Plus opened up with, we got Falcon and Winter Soldier and WandaVision running at the same time. And then think about how it would have lined up. Now cool. We would have ended with Falcon and Winter Soldier, right? And then the last 3 episodes of WandaVision would have played out by themselves. And those were by far the best 3 episodes, right?
Agreed.
So if you had ran them concurrently,
that would have been cool.
That would have been a better
Wednesdays
idea.
And Friday nights.
Yes. Yes. And people would have been talking about all Marvel content all the time, So
and it would literally put them at competition with primetime.
Yeah. So think about it.
An interesting thing too.
Do you guys think that would have been a good idea to run those concurrently? Because if you think about it, so it would basically line up like this, like right now, Falcon and Winter Soldier is over, right?
Right.
We would have got the 6th episode of WandaVision at the same time. So and then we'd get 8 and 9 or whatever it was, the final couple solo WandaVision episodes the next couple weeks. And so people would have been awed by what just happened with Falcon and Winter Soldier, but then they would have had another couple weeks of like slap you in the face moments with WandaVision. Because I think the last couple episodes of WandaVision were good.
Very good.
They were good. They were talked about a lot. And I think that would have been a really cool idea of them to do. And then, hit us with Loki right after.
Right. And even it's so funny. Like I did say, like the last episode of WandaVision, the effects and like see it kind of turn full Marvel movie. I was like, oh, okay, this is dope.
Right.
But I'm sorry, the one from Falcon and the Winter Soldier, like I rewatching that whole. I'm thinking this is $100 million scene. Like the way it looks and the way it's just played out, it's I couldn't. I was beside myself for that.
Yeah, I loved it, man. I really did. And so we got a couple pictures here. I think he looks great in the costume, man.
So cool.
Really good.
So good.
And so we know it's infused with vibranium. And his wings are fully vibranium. So we see him like stop a truck by closing his wings up on himself, like in a protective state. And I thought that was really cool. Again, we get the little bang right through the window of the helicopter. I thought that was really cool. Again, looking really, really dope. Look at that. Look at those wings, dude.
So
those
cool.
are fire. And think about, so this is the suit that we see at the end of Falcon and Winter Soldier. When he starts off as Captain America, this is not going to be his suit. I don't think. It'll be upgraded in some way. It won't, because look, this is definitely a 1 episode suit, and it was meant to like be flashy at the end of the series. But when he starts, when they transition into film, the suit will be much more detailed and upgraded and for movie quality, right? So
movie budget update,
yeah, and I love how they used the Winter Soldier emblem in the middle. Like it's like the Winter Soldier style cap suit. It's like the tactical suit or whatever. But this is really comic accurate. Believe it or not. So here is the comic one, right? You can see him on the left hand side. As you can see, like it's really good. It's done. Oh, wrong picture. Really check it out there. Yeah, it's like it's spot on. I love his little face mask now too.
Yep.
It's really. I think he looks great. I think he looks great. This is the picture my tattoo's modeled after.
That's sick.
Yeah,
I love that.
All right, yeah. So let us know in the comments, guys. Are you happy about a 4th Captain America movie? Are you happy Sam Wilson's going to be leading it? And are you happy that Steve Rogers will be returning in some project, some shape or form, some way, somehow, in the future? Yada yada. And then kind of our second topic of the day is we all know what came out yesterday.
Yeah. Well, real quick before we touch on that, while we're in the Marvel stuff, I don't know if you heard, Russell Crowe was cast this week as Zeus.
As Zeus in Thor.
In Thor 4.
Yeah. So, what do you think about that?
I'm stoked. I mean, I think I
forgot about that.
Christian Bale is the God Butcher.
God Butcher. The God Butcher.
So I'm hoping to see those two, clash.
Ooh, that'd be kind of cool. The God Butcher goes after Zeus.
And Russell Crowe as Zeus.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be fire, actually.
Oh, and then Christian, but yeah, take my money.
Wow, yeah. Okay.
So I think that's great casting. I think it's phenomenal casting, and I think Russell is one of my favorite actors of all time. So
yeah, Russell's great. Russell's great, man. Russell, and I loved him as Jor-El. I really did. So to kind of put him in one of those roles again in a superhero film, but he's the thing about him, his roles in superhero films, like Jor-El, they were like the more serious character. Zeus is a serious character. I don't think he'll be cracking jokes. I really don't. I don't see you didn't see Anthony Hopkins cracking jokes until Loki was pretending to be him. Right. That stupid scene. I hated it so much. And they're gonna redo it in Thor 4.
I know they brought everybody. They even brought in Melissa McCarthy as Helena, or as Hela.
All right. Here's a thought. Think about that for a sec. Think about the shape of Hela, and then think about Melissa McCarthy. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not.
Hey, it's second. That's why it's gonna be funny.
Dude, it's so stupid. That's the shit that in Marvel movies that pisses me off.
Right.
The dumb, stupid shit that they do to try to be funny. That joke wasn't funny the first time. Let's not do it a second. Idiots. Taika, you're such a dumbass sometimes. You're such a great director. You're such a dumbass. That joke did not work. I get it. It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But it was barely funny the first time. Now you're doing it a second time. Let's bring Matt Damon back. Yep. As soon as they said Matt Damon was cast, I was like, they're doing that dumbass joke again.
Oh yeah, you knew. And then I think there's bringing Grandmaster back too.
I liked Grandmaster actually. Though.
Yeah,
I liked
really
Grandmaster.
I really liked
Yeah.
it.
So bring Jeff Goldblum back. That's a great cast. Think about that cast. You got Natalie Portman, Russell Crowe, Christian Bale, Chris Hemsworth, Chris Pratt, the rest of the Guardians who are going to be in it. Some of the like
Tessa Thompson.
Sean Gunn, Tessa Thompson, Matt Damon. The list is starting to go on and
Christian
on.
Bale, Academy Award winners, Christian Bale and Russell Crowe.
So don't get your hopes up. Gore probably going to kill Zeus. Yeah, that's what we just said.
Hey man, as long as I get to see a fight, I'm good. I want to see Russell Crowe and Christian Bale fight.
Wait, Jack, you think that they're going to do double trilogies with all these characters? With Thor, will the final two be with Natalie Portman? Because if so, I probably won't watch them. I don't like Jane Foster. It sounds like I hate women characters. Because every time one comes, I say I hate them. But that's not true. That's not true. I don't. I love Tessa Thompson.
Tessa Thompson is phenomenal.
She's phenomenal. But yeah, so it sounds like I'm super sexist, but I'm not. I don't like when they nerf out women characters and they're not compelling. They're just there to serve the woman storyline. And Natalie Portman, why do you think she left the role?
Right.
Was because she was the love interest.
And that's what I'm saying. It must be interesting for her to be back. I don't think she would, for her to come back. They must have offered her something. They must have told her, "Hey, you are going to be Thor or something,"
Yeah. So, Lady Thor.
Right.
All right. So I know you were kind of reined in yesterday, but here's your chance to let us know how you feel about Mortal Kombat, and no holds bar kind of way. So you can start us off.
Okay. All right. So, this was one of those movies for me that it had so many great moments, and just a lot of missed opportunity. The fight sequences were so cool. Hey, what's up, Carlos?
The choreography was really, really done well. I thought Justice was like, "Yo, it's not even good. I will die." And I was like, "Bro, you can't look at me and tell me that the hand-to-hand combat wasn't great. Was."
The guy that played Scorpion, he's a real martial artist. So, and also half of those guys are real martial artists.
By the way, that's how Justice sounds when he speaks. That's how I hear Justice when he speaks. For all you who don't know, that's Big Drip, his real name. I refuse to call him that idiotic nickname. He calls me Drizzle. I hate it so much. But that's how he sounds when he speaks. That's what he sounds like to me. That's the hand-to-hand combat wasn't even good. Dude, shut the fuck up.
Bro, it sounds like Ed and Eddie. Oh my gosh.
And this is what Justice looks like.
It's a good one when you start coughing into the middle.
I caught myself real hard there.
Oh my gosh.
Finish him.
So overall I was oh my gosh. Yeah, it was underwhelming for me. Cool fight scenes. Cool.
All right, we'll talk about why.
Look, I think as a fan of the franchise, fan of the games, you know that there is so much lore and so much mythology to these games. And it's so funny because the directors, kept coming out. We're like, man, we want to honor the games and we want to, do it justice and all that. But, they kind of centered it around that, honoring it and doing it is doing exactly what the video games do, and then like making it the main focus.
Right.
So, and then also the fact that they didn't use so many of their characters, they decided to introduce a new one that I'm sorry I had absolutely no emotional connection to. Like I
Yeah.
could not care less if he died at the end of the movie. I really couldn't.
Did you? Let me ask you a question. Did you like that they kind of turned him into like a Scorpion derivative? I didn't understand that. I really
No,
didn't.
because Scorpion is that for Scorpion is Scorpion. You know, you don't need
He was like
two.
okay, because he kind of looked Asian to me. Like he was like a white Asian guy, right?
Right, right.
Like a definitely like a mix. And the whole time I'm thinking, dude, this dude looks Asian, but he's like purely white. And I was like, it's like confusing to me because
Yeah,
his
it was.
eyes and his features are Asian, but his skin color was white.
I
And
think what they were trying to say there was, you know, he was an
but I think
ancestor.
that's why they cast him.
Right,
Because he
right.
was probably the only one who kind of looked that way. I don't see many people who look like that, where all their features are Asian. His hair was Asian, his eyes, and dude, down to like his like. I'm serious, and this isn't like racist at all, dude. His features were all like Asian of all Asian descent, but his skin color was white. So it was like you got that like Western feel from him, but also like he had some background or his bloodline. And I think that's where they were going with it. But did it make sense to this Mortal Kombat story?
No, not at all. I mean, and that's the thing. It's like, now that I think about it, with the PC culture and stuff going around, maybe the filmmakers were a little afraid of having a white guy lead, you know, a movie like because the only other character I can think that would be the main characters are Liu Kang and oh gosh, what's the other one? Liu Kang and oh my gosh, how did I forget this? Yeah, these two, Liu Kang and
the other guy,
Kung Lao. There we go.
Kung Lao, yeah.
Yeah, those two are also like they could have been the main characters. They're taught by Raiden, gotten by Raiden, and they sidelined those characters. I had a lot of issues with the movie. I know a lot of people are saying they took it for what it was and it was cool. I don't know. I wasn't going into this Mortal Kombat going, oh man, I can't wait for a franchise. Like they relied so heavily on this movie getting a sequel that it kind of ruined it for me. I was like, I don't want to. I wanted to see the cool stuff, and they never even showed so much of it. Never used Lord Raiden. Barely showed Shang Tsung. Didn't show Scorpion going to hell and coming out. And that would have been incredible to his story arc. Kano for me, let's see. They nerfed some well-known bad guys like Milena and Cable. And Kano was really well, but they seriously killed them all off before one tournament. Yeah, exactly. Then that's the thing. The whole movie they're talking about, there's a tournament. There's no tournament in the entire movie. I mean, literally, Sub-Zero takes out half of them before they can get to that. Carlos, I'm curious, why did you really was not happy with Kano?
Wait, can you repeat that? Can you repeat that?
Yeah, I want to know why Carlos liked Kano, because I felt like they blended Kano and Johnny Cage's character to try and make him some anti-hero Deadpool type, Okay. And like in the games, he's bad guy. He's full on bad guy. Yeah.
Kano is? Okay.
Yeah, he's full on bad guy. Like never on the good guy side. And him and Sonya are like they have this kind of funny back and forth, and it's not until he turns bad at the end he's like, "Oh, you thought you could change me, I might." Yeah. And and yeah, it's like no, that was never the case in the games. He's always been bad, and his rival's been Sonya. They weren't friends; they're rivals.
Well, I don't think they were ever friends in this movie.
Right. No, but yeah, I didn't like that they were trying to do with his character. Yeah, Jack didn't like Kano in this either. Rena and Tremor, Chameleon, Reptile, Airmac. Yeah, Reptile was there obviously for a few seconds. Cabal was now that was the one I really liked. Cabal was awesome, and they got rid of him. They did do a lot of things that.
Which one was
again,
Cabal?
Cabal was the one with those two like hook blades and the face.
Oh, like Kano's boy.
Yeah.
Kano's old buddy.
Exactly. Yeah, there's a lot. It's definitely set up for a sequel, and it'll probably do well enough, I think, because just of the fight sequences alone. Like, I'll tell you that the scene with who was it? With Kun Lao, when he's got his hat and he attacks like the flying vampire girl, and he kills her. That fatality was straight from the game.
Okay, because when the helmet starts acting like a saw blade, right? I thought that was pretty dope. And that death scene was probably the most rated R thing in that film. Right?
Absolutely.
The way it cut right through her body, and you could see her body through it, right? And I thought that was really cool.
Literally to the angle, to the literal camera angle, that entire shot was from the game. Those were the types of things I'm like, yes, that's what they need to do, right?
Right.
But afterwards, after that incredibly perfect, wonderful adaptation of that fatality, Kun Lao looks at the body and goes, "Flawless victory." And that just took me out of the moment immediately. Even though it's from the game. I know it's from the game. I know they're adapting it. I know it's a line we all know and love.
But should they have not done
nobody
those things?
would say that in reality. Like,
I know, but okay.
You just split somebody in half. You're gonna look at him and go, "Flawless victory." Like, it's where they chose to put those types of things that I.
But would you have not? Would you have just taken all that kind of quip out of it?
No. I just would have placed it differently.
How would you have placed it? It doesn't seem like you could place it. Wait, was there some referee that's standing there at all times?
Probably I would have put him more in the training montages than the actual killing.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, okay, yeah. Because typically one of them was like out of Kun Lao and what's the other ones again?
Liu Kang.
Liu Kang, one of them was always there, and one of them was always fighting. So the other guy could have been like, "Oh, flawless victory!"
Exactly.
So, okay, that makes sense.
The one that worked for me was Scorpion's "Get Over Here." That I was like, okay, cool,
yeah, that was dope. That was dope because we didn't know he. Cool. So the whole time, all right, now when Cole was fighting Sub-Zero at the end, I thought they tricked us. I thought Scorpion wasn't going to show up. And I thought they tricked us with the marketing, kind of like Infinity War, where we thought Hulk was going to be in that battle. I thought they tricked us, and Scorpion was never going to be there. So I was getting pretty nervous. And then
it would not have gotten a sequel.
Yeah, I really thought they tricked us, and it was all Cole, like kind of becoming Scorpion. And I was like, yikes! I don't know if this is going to do it for me.
Yeah.
So I heard that the guy who played Sub-Zero was signed on for 4 films.
4,
but it's all dependent on this one, though.
Right. And here's the thing: his character turns into Noob Saibot, which is another character from the games, and somebody else takes up the mantle of Sub-Zero, and Sub-Zero and Scorpion in that universe they work together. Obviously, Noob Saibot being the old Sub-Zero, that's turned bad. Let's see. The comments are blowing up.
Well, because everyone hates the movie.
Right. Brennan,
can you get
Baraka would have been so cool.
All right, let me I just have to switch one thing real quick, and then I want to tell you my side of the story.
Yeah. We didn't need. I agree with that's the thing, Carlos. We didn't need the original character. Sonya could have been that. They could have brought Johnny Cage, but we didn't need Cole.
Here's the thing, and if you watch our pre-show from yesterday, I say this multiple times throughout the pre-show. I have 0 ties. I had 0 expectations.
Right.
I don't know the characters' names too well besides Scorpion and Sub-Zero. I don't know who they turn into. I don't know why they hate each other. I don't know anything about anything.
Right.
I've played the video games here and there. I always choose the guy that looks coolest to me, which was always Scorpion or Sub-Zero, right?
Yeah.
I had not one. Obviously, I knew. I went into the movie. I sat down. It started. The corn of this film is beyond, right? There's so much corn and cheese to this movie. I found myself laughing, talking to the screen, saying "finish him" and random fun things. I had such a good time during the movie, man. I enjoyed myself. I knew it wasn't the best. I knew it wasn't going to blow my mind. I thought the I can never say that word really quick. Choreography was done really well. The hand-to-hand combat was on point. The camera angles, the sweeping camera angles that they used when they would jerk around the characters, and then you would see the chain like, boom, those kind of things. Those excited me. I had a great time. And I think it's because I had no ties.
Absolutely. And I think that's phenomenal. That's great. And everybody that I've talked to that hasn't played the game or doesn't know too much about it really, really, really enjoyed it. However, they marketed this thing as like fan service. I mean, I'm not kidding you. When I was watching the behind the scenes, I was so hyped and so stoked because they kept talking about, oh man, we were referring to the games and the mythology, and you're going to see things that, and there was so much stuff that I never saw. Never saw, the underworld. Never saw Raiden even like barely use his powers.
But I think they explained that pretty well, that he couldn't interfere, because if we have, what's the other guy?
Right.
But hear me out. What's the other guy that's in comparison to him?
Shang Tsung.
Shang Tsung was clearly not caring, right? He was like the equivalent to Raiden, but the bad guy of him, right? So the Scorpion to his, the Sub-Zero to Scorpion, right? They're just the gods of the bunch, and they're the protectors of their realms.
Exactly.
You saw the bad guy be the bad guy and do things he wasn't supposed to be. If Raiden was also doing those things, what differs them?
Oh no, I'm not saying during all that. Movie literally ended with Shang Tsung and Raiden walking up to each other in the classic like fight background, and I'm thinking, yeah, it's gonna go down. They're gonna end on a high note, and Raiden just sends him back.
Him out of there,
and I'm like,
okay, you're right. They could have fought at that point.
There's no tournament's over. Rules are off. Get out of my round. Like, you know what I mean? And then to end it with that probably would have jumped my excitement of the movie. Yeah, like to a way higher level.
So is Raiden like super powerful? Like he's like the Zeus, right?
He's the god of lightning, Lord of lightning. And Shang Tsung is a use. That's the other thing. You barely get a glimpse at Shang Tsung's power. He sucks the life force. Right, exactly. And he gets younger, and then he uses those green orbs, and I mean, it's the two of them fighting is like, it's next level.
Right.
And that I agree with Carlos 100%. The actor who played Raiden
didn't vibe with you?
Not at all.
Didn't
sound anything like the person from the game.
Now, quote me if I'm wrong. Quote me if I'm wrong. When Scorpion dies in the beginning, the guy that shows up is Raiden, but it's not played by the same guy.
No, it is.
I don't remember it being the same guy. He looked way younger.
It's the same dude.
Are you sure? 100%?
100%. Okay. He even mentions it throughout the movie. Like,
I'm saying it's still Raiden, but did the younger actor play him because this is millennia ago?
Right. No, they live for thousands of years and don't age.
Okay, because I thought it was a younger guy that was playing him, like to symbolize that he was way younger. But then again, I don't really remember. I can't, like I said, I have a hard time with these characters and like knowing exactly who they are. And when he showed up at the beginning to like kind of what happened to Scorpion's baby, by the way?
That's the thing that I'm guessing is That's how the bloodline
I
survived.
know that's how it continues, but why don't we ever hear of it again? See, these are some of the problems that I had. And again, I had a little bit of a problem with how the editing hit. There were multiple times with Sonya, which she's a terrible actress. Terrible actress. Where she's speaking and it doesn't match up with her voice. So I get my eyes checked, Carlos. Listen, honestly,
at you, dude.
They're all the same. Like the I don't remember too much of the characters. I know what you're thinking there. I know what you're thinking there. That's yeah. So I had a hard time. Like at the beginning, I'm trying to figure out who the characters are, and I just can't remember. I felt like it was a younger guy, but maybe that was just me. But whatever. No. But the Sonya was terrible, and the multiple times where she was talking, the voice didn't match up. So I think editing. I think there was things that got taken out, or dialogue that was added in after. And I do think that there's a movie of this. There's a cut of this movie that's longer, and that's always the case with Warner Brothers. It really is, because they always meddle and they always try to. They always think they know what the consumer wants, but they don't.
The guy that played Cole tweeted yesterday that his favorite fight scenes didn't even make it in the movie.
Yeah,
and I'm like, what? Why?
Yeah. Did you like that battle? The fight with him and the forearm guy? I thought that was pretty cool.
All right.
What's the forearm guy?
Cool. Goro. I love Goro. See, that's another thing, right? In the games, right? Goro is the champion of Shang Tsung. He's Shang Tsung's past champion, right? So when Raiden recruits all the new people, Goro rips Jax's arms off. And I'm not saying I'm not
yesterday.
Right. I'm not saying that I think those types of things of how they changed it, like Sub-Zero did it. I think that's fine. I think that's cool. It's just like the misuse of the character. Goro is a champion in the game. I'm sorry, Cole is not gonna beat Goro.
Okay.
In any realist, like if you know the universe. And yeah, I agree. It could have been a little. I could have, if it was good, I could have done it with another 20 minutes.
Right.
You know, of more explanation.
I think if they did add another 20 minutes, they could have hit some of those cutscenes better. Right. Like there's that one montage where Cole is like, all right, you're gonna do that, and someone said it yesterday when we were at Showcase. By the way, guys, definitely check those episodes out. We're definitely trying to show Showcase that the audience is there so we can continue doing those events. I thought it was really, I thought it was a really great episode, especially the post show. I thought it was really fun. Taking some calls, having Austin there, and we kind of put the pedal to the metal on it and went with it. But there's that cutscene, not the cutscene, but the montage where you do this, and then all of a sudden it jumps right into it. Right. Like we don't even see how they get there, how the fights line up together. Like I thought they could have expanded upon that, or the scene where we're finding out what Mortal Kombat is, and Cole is being introduced to these otherworldly beings or this reptile thing, and he's just like, okay. He was too comfortable with this shit.
Right.
Yeah. 20 minutes ago, he didn't know that aliens existed. And now he's being attacked by a reptile monster, and he just grabs a crowbar and he's like, all right, no, it was a vice grip thing. And he's like, all right, let's go. It's like, dude, no. Like, give me some lead up and build up here.
Exactly.
I don't know.
I agree. And that's the other thing. They rushed so much. Also, back to the Raiden thing. Big issue I had. And I guess you could say this is like my how like people felt about Luke Skywalker. Yeah. Raiden doesn't act like that.
Really? Why?
That whole you guys will never be you guys are useless, we're screwed and all this and blah blah blah. No, like in the games he is stern and he is like, okay, fine, you want to go back. Yeah, like he would do something like that the way he did in the movie. But he never is like, we're screwed. We're done. You guys.
He's always optimistic.
He's always like, no, there's power within you. And he has Liu Kang and Kung Lao training the Earth champions. So that part was, but it's just the way that Raiden acted in just this whole like almost blowing them off completely. I was really upset about that, like really upset.
Well,
Raiden would murk Shang Tsung. Shao Kahn and Raiden are usually the ones to. That's true. I understand that, but Shao Kahn. That's the thing I thought they could have done. I said there's a lot of missed opportunity. They could have used Shang Tsung to introduce Shao Kahn, have Shang Tsung working for Shao Kahn, and then
Shao Kahn's the big villain.
He's the big bad. He's the one that runs
he's like the Thanos.
hell, if you will, or the underworld, and he's been trying to get back for years to the champion and take over the other realms. And so I would have used Shang Tsung working for Shao Kahn as the big bad, because Raiden would murk Shang Tsung. I don't know if it would be a good fight. Raiden would win, but it would be a good fight. It wouldn't just be over like that.
Wait, versus oh god, their names are so confusing. Shang Tsung is the one we saw yesterday.
That sucks souls.
So you're saying Raiden would destroy him?
Gavin is saying Raiden would murk Shang Tsung. I don't know that he would destroy him. It would be a good match.
Okay,
it would be a good match. He would probably win. Now Raiden and Shao Kahn, that's where it's a toss up. There's some powerful people right there.
Right, but okay. So what does the latter do? What does Shang Tsung? Shao Kahn. What are his powers? He's hell. He created hell.
He runs it.
Oh, he runs hell.
He runs it like in the.
Okay, so he's got some like firepower, literally.
Right, in the games, he's the one. He's this big giant dude with the. And I thought it was him for a second in this movie because you have that guy with the hammer.
Mm-hmm.
He has that, but he's got a lot more armor, kind of like big spikes, metal armor. And I thought he was going to be there because you see the hammer in the trailer and stuff, but I don't know, that wasn't him. But that's a powerful matchup. He can rain down like per. He can take your powers, and use your powers against you. You're saying that those person's powers. He can do a lot. He rains down this like fire thing that just starts depleting your life force and health. Yeah, it's wild.
I want to find a picture of this guy. Okay, this really.
Shao Kahn?
It's all like fan art though. Shao Kahn, Mortal Kombat game, maybe? Nope, still nothing. That's so weird. Oh, here, maybe this is. Oh yeah, okay. He looks pretty devious.
Yeah, he's a bad guy.
Yeah, that guy looks scary, kind of actually.
Yeah,
wow.
He bad.
Yeah, he bad. He a bad boy. He a bad boy.
That's right.
So, this is a drawn version of it, though. I'm gonna bring up.
Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, so he's kind of got like Thor's hammer, but like a hell version of it. Oh, that's pretty cool. All right. Yeah.
Oh,
what'd you think about this opening scene here?
You know what? I got Shao Kahn. Oh, that was dope. The opening.
Yeah, and I feel like this opening scene made this movie out to be like it was going to be way more realistic, and like heavier. I think the opening scene was probably one of the better scenes, like as far as like fighting goes versus reality, with a little bit of mysticism. I really enjoyed that opening scene, and it sets the tone pretty well. I just don't think they keep the tone, which is why I whatever. Khan has his warhammer, javelins, and he has powers similar to Johnny Cage. Who is Johnny Cage?
Johnny Cage is from the he's from the games. He's from Holly. He's a recruitment of Earth champions, and he's
recruitment.
So he's one of the champions of Earth in the games. Raiden recruits him and Sonya Blade and Jax and all these guys to be the champions of Earth, and he has this power of like.
Dude, he looks like a tool.
He does look like a tool. He's supposed to be. He's literally a Hollywood douchebag. His powers like this. It's kind of like a.
He has
like
Johnny on his.
Yeah. His powers like a Green Lantern shot. You know, he can't like morph it, you know, into whatever he wants, but like Green Lantern, you know, shots, I guess.
Why is this guy so like popular, and why has everyone been like missing him?
He's just been the face of the franchise. That's the thing is like Mortal Kombat, right? Is very gory, very bloody and stuff. He's the one that adds the humor to it, and where it makes sense because he's a Hollywood personality. He's a stuntman. He's an actor. He's very full of himself. He thinks he's the greatest of all time. You know, and his humor makes sense in a very violent world in game. His humor makes sense, and he ends up getting into a relationship with Sonya Blade. They have a daughter.
Really, this all happens in a video game?
Yeah, and over the course of video games, yes.
Okay. Okay, so talk to me a little bit more about him, and what do you think we could do better in the next film by utilizing him?
That's the thing now. I don't know because they used a lot of his stuff with Kano.
Okay.
Like a lot of his arrogance and like, you know.
Yeah, that's not to say they can't do that again, though.
It's true they can't, but or you know, it's not to say that, but it'd definitely be a rehash.
But whereas Kano is dead now, well, like seemingly dead, I think, you know, bringing him in, you know, you can make up for that again. But this character like doesn't look like any of the other Mortal Kombat characters to me.
Right.
Like,
I think if anything,
he's not this guy, that's for sure.
Right. No, not at all. I think if anything, his purpose would probably be to elevate, you know, the human characters like Sonya Blade and Jax, and I guess they keep around Cole. But
what about this character in the game?
he's a DLC part. You know, he comes later. But yeah, well, no, he's an actor, Carlos. He's an actor. He's from Hollywood. That's why he's all arrogant. I don't know if he was.
So they're sending Cole to recruit him.
I guess so.
They're sending. That's how we see the movie end out. Even I knew what was happening because you guys had explained who Johnny Cage was to me previously when he goes, "I'm going to Hollywood," and then obviously there's the Johnny Cage like poster that he goes and looks at. Well, not goes and looks at, but the camera pans to afterwards. And they only show half of his body, basically saying they don't have anyone cast as Johnny Cage yet.
Right.
But do you think, like, who would be a good Johnny Cage? A no-name, or would you cast anybody to kind of bring that star power in? Who would you guys cast as Johnny Cage? Would you bring some star power in, or would you bring someone that is, you know, like a martial artist in? Maybe like give what's his name a shot.
I think you'd have if you wanted to
bring in what's his name, Conor McGregor as Johnny Cage.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Or one of the YouTubers that are fighting now.
Right.
What
Jake Paul and Logan Paul.
Yeah, bring in Logan Paul as Johnny Cage. Let's go. Let's go.
End it now.
Miz from WWE. John Cena. Ooh.
Oh my god.
John Cena's too big.
Here's the thing. I'll be honest. I think somebody like, I don't think he would ever do it. Somebody like Ryan Gosling would be perfect. That's perfect Johnny Cage right there.
Ryan Gosling.
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen Ryan. He's not in anything anymore. I don't know what happened to him.
Well, he has a kid, and
so doesn't Scarlett Johansson.
Right. Well, he's doing a movie with the Russo brothers.
Oh, really?
They're literally filming it right now. It's like Netflix's next big franchise. It's called the Gray Man, and it's Ryan Gosling and Chris Evans as spies against each other.
Interesting. I think that could be a good lineup.
Yeah. But I don't know if you've ever seen him in any comedy. He's very funny.
I love Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, he can play that like arrogance really well. I don't think I don't think they'll get him, but I mean, because it's
Reynolds.
most Reynolds would be good. I would love to see Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, that would be interesting actually, because he has that humor like that, and he has some training too.
That he definitely has. He has the humor, but the thing is like Ryan Reynolds plays that character every single
typecast.
movie.
Typecast for sure.
So I'd be, whereas Ryan, I think he did it really well in like Crazy Stupid Love. He could do amplify that.
No, I know that's the movie I was thinking of where his arrogance really comes into play, but he's also like, I definitely see that.
Right, and and that's the thing. You still have to keep Johnny likable. He can't be too over the top. He's got to be a character that's still likable because he ends up with Sonya Blade. He ends up, and in the games he progresses. He ends up becoming a more serious person and more, focused on the threats and stuff. Where in the beginning he's just very like
lackadaisical.
Right.
Because he's new to the tournament. He's new to the life, right? But then, I mean, like kind of like it's a progression where like he starts realizing like, all right, well, this is my life now. Like kind of like what Cole went through is like at the beginning he's kind of like just doing it to like get out of trouble with the whoever, but then he becomes like, all right, well, this is now my life.
Right.
So
right, exactly. And that's the thing that where I'm like now too, where would Johnny fit into that? Because they just did that with Cole. They did that part with Cole, They had the arrogance in Kano. They had it's like they took all the pieces of his character and spread them out.
Right.
Instead of just cast him, like
I don't know. I guess that'd be a good that would be it's going to be fun to find out. Who knows if I mean I think final thoughts here before we wrap up. Do you think they will get a sequel?
I do. Because here's the thing. Everything that I'm hearing from people who aren't as into the game as I am are cool with it.
I'm cool with it.
They liked it, and they want to see more of the fight and the action, and I think that's what's going to propel the sequel. My hope is that if they do, they'll maybe, because the mythology, the lore, the characters, the stories, it's all right in front of them. They don't need to be coming up with stuff and all this. And I get it, change some things to keep fans guessing, keep us on our toes. Totally for that, but there was just such a misuse and waste of this that I can only hope that if they do a sequel, they fully go all in on what they didn't in this one.
Okay. So yeah, guys, let us know. Who would you like to see as Johnny Cage? Let us know if you enjoyed Mortal Kombat, if you think it'll get a sequel, and what your thoughts about the new Captain America news is. I had a great day. We got a great time. We'll be back again tonight for Pop Culture Corner podcast. We were supposed to do that today, but Justice had work due to it being a holiday on Monday. Those are the weeks he has to work on Saturday to make up for it because he's a trash guy and trash needs to get taken out no matter what. It's one of those jobs that no matter what's going on, trash needs to go. Whatever. Lots of stuff going on though today. Lots of stuff. I'm pretty happy with the Captain America news. I'm happy Falcons or Anthony Mackie's getting a chance to, take over the mantle fully as Captain America in a fourth film. I'm happy that where the Marvel stuff is going, and hopefully we'll get some Thunderbolt stuff soon. That's the other thing I've been waiting on for so long. Ever since they brought Thunderbolt Ross back. I've been waiting for Thunderbolt like teases. We get them here and there in like the smallest ways possible. We've gotten more 10 ring teases than we have gotten Thunderbolt references. So
right.
Also, who would you cast as Shao Kahn in the movie? Because that's more of a voice role, I would believe, with a mocap kind of style.
Right.
Here's a quick update. This is an interview that we were trying to get weeks and weeks ago, but I finally got the green light on it. So in this next upcoming week, we're gonna be having Ray Porter on, as well as God, what are you kidding me?
Sam Benjamin.
Thank you. I almost forgot his name. We've been talking about so many names today. Sam Benjamin and Ray Porter will be joining us this upcoming week. So you're going to stay tuned for those. With the Sam Benjamin stuff, we'll probably keep it to like his life career and what it felt like to be, amplified into a role that, you weren't. So we'll get into all that kind of stuff. Again, these are interviews that I tried to set up weeks ago. But with everything with my mom, it just didn't work. Ray Porter as Shao Kahn, that'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool.
And I will suggest that to him if I talk to him.
That would be kind of cool, actually. Yeah, he's got that voice.
He could even actually play the part in person. I could very much see him playing the part.
Interesting. Yeah.
He's got the figure. I mean, and he's got you're wearing that giant helmet too.
Right.
So he's got the long hair. It works.
Yeah.
Man. He could do it.
All right. Totally. Let's get it. It's been lit, as Carlos had said. Guys, we'll see you a little bit later on. Join us on our podcast platform, Podbean, for the live podcast of Pop Culture Corner. Probably talk some aliens. I don't know. It usually goes somewhere weird like that. But before we go, we do have a couple messages from our sponsors. Today, we are brought to you by Bonk's Bar. If you're ever in the Philadelphia area, Bonk specializes in seafood and good times. Make sure to stop by. And on Tuesdays, our resident producer, Jack, hosts trivia at the bar. Mention Pop Culture Corner to Jack and receive your first drink on the house, courtesy of Pop Culture Corner. For more information about the menu or specials of the week, visit the website for Bonks or their social media pages. All the links are in the description below. We are also brought to you by Showcase Cinemas. Guys, this one is an easy one for me. As you know, I love Showcase. Been going there since I was a little kid. It was the first theater that I ever saw a movie in, by the way. And we are brought to you this week by Showcase Cinemas Deluxe. Mortal Kombat is now playing in theaters around you. Get out and see it the way that it was meant to be. These larger-than-life characters need larger-than-life screens. Showcase offers X+, which is their large premium format theater. It is, equipped with Dolby Atmos, clean precision sound, as well as dual 4K laser projectors. We need to get out there and support our local theaters. They've always been there for us when we needed to take our girls on a date, our guy friends on a date, or any kind of date, whatever. Take your dog to the date. I don't know. But be Showcase safe. Showcase has implemented several protocols to ensure that your focus remains on the film and not on the pandemic, including new ventilation in every theater to ensure proper airflow, algorithms in the app so you don't sit within 6 feet of another party because you don't want to sit next to that disgusting couple, next to you. That's gross. You don't want to breathe the same air as them. But yeah, get out and see the movies the way they were meant to be with a night out to the theater. We are also brought to you by Kai CBD. You want to do this one?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. We are brought to you by Kai CBD, a Las Vegas-based health and wellness brand that crafts a full spectrum CBD hemp and derived product line made with 100% love. The brand was created by a 20-year licensed massage therapist for her husband who suffers from chronic pain. Healing is what Kai lives for, so head on over to their Facebook or Instagram. The links are in the description below. And mention Pop Culture Corner to receive 10% off your order of any and all CBD products. They have CBD lotions, CBD gummies, CBD dog treats. Get yourself some CBD and don't forget to mention Pop Culture Corner when you do.
Hell yeah. You're gonna send me some of that, right?
Oh yeah. I'm going to get it tomorrow.
All right. I would love to. I definitely want to try that stuff out, man. All right, guys, we do it for you. We do it for the culture, and we'll see you a little bit later. Make sure to share the show, like, subscribe, consider becoming a patron, get all those behind the scenes exclusivos and all that jazz. All right. We'll see you next time. Love you.
Mom.
Bye. My name's Justice.